Join me as I dive into the 4 morning habits that could be risky for seniors, and I'll see if I can make it through a week without falling into any of these traps. As we age, our bodies undergo a lot of changes, and what we used to take for granted can suddenly become a risk. Morning habits, in particular, can be crucial in setting us up for a safe and healthy day. But some of these habits can be downright deadly if we're not careful. Many of us have a morning routine that we stick to every day, but sometimes we might be overlooking some critical factors that can put our health at risk. Taking medication, getting dressed, having breakfast, and checking our phones are all common morning routines, but are we doing them safely? Let's talk about medication. For example, taking your medication with a glass of grapefruit juice might seem harmless, but it can actually increase the risk of serious side effects. Then there's getting out of bed, which can be a challenge for many seniors, especially if you're not doing it correctly. Another habit to be mindful of is skipping breakfast. We all know breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but for seniors, it's even more critical. Skipping breakfast can lead to low blood sugar, which can cause dizziness, confusion, and even falls. And, have you ever thought about how you're getting dressed in the morning? For many seniors, getting dressed can be a complex task, especially if you're dealing with arthritis or other mobility issues. Not doing it safely can lead to falls, strains, and other injuries. So, it's essential to be mindful of how you're getting dressed and take your time. I've heard stories of seniors who have ignored these morning habits and ended up in the hospital. One story that comes to mind is of a senior who would always take their medication with a cup of coffee, not realizing that the caffeine would interact with the medication and cause extreme dizziness. It wasn't until she fell and broke her hip that she realized the importance of being mindful of her morning habits. It's a harsh reality, but it's one that we need to face. By being aware of these habits, we can take steps to mitigate the risks and stay safe. The 4 habits we've discussed are taking medication with certain foods, getting out of bed too quickly, skipping breakfast, and not getting dressed safely. Being aware of these habits and taking steps to change them can make all the difference in our health and well-being. If you've had any experiences with morning habits that have put you or a loved one at risk, please share them in the comments below. And, if you're interested in learning more about senior health tips, be sure to check out our video on exercises to prevent falls.